Nation, Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Before we get started, you guys would really appreciate if you like and subscribe to the channel. Really means a lot to me. Now, let's get rocking and rolling on another Miami Heat Talk adventure, you guys. First and foremost, my apologies. I know I haven't posted anything the last couple days. Before we get started, you guys, just want to give you a heads up. It was my daughter Maya's second birthday this past Saturday. So we've been celebrating with her, just enjoying family time. And also, you know, nothing's really happened. The Miami Heat did win Friday in our game back against the New Orleans Pelicans. I posted a short about that, but just, you know, give you guys a little bit of more details. Jimmy Butler was thrown out of the game. There was a huge scuffle that happened. Jimmy Butler and Nikola Jovic have been suspended for tonight's game against the Sacramento Kings. And also, Thomas Bryant was suspended as well. Everybody's, you know, seen the video. They've gone over the details. I'm not even going to bring it up because there's no point. I think the suspension was stupid. You know, I know Jimmy Butler put hands on the guy's throat for a quick second, but all of that would have been avoided if dude didn't touch Jimmy's throat. You know, I know it's in the heat of battle. I know you really can't help it. You know, we've all played basketball before. We've all gotten into heated confrontations. It happens. They're just at a national televised scale, so it's bigger with us. But what I loved about it, y'all, was that after the game, you saw Jimmy Butler just loving the smoke. You know, he's one of those guys that just embraces the hate, and that's exactly what we have here in Miami Heat culture. We got that dog-like mentality. What I love, though, that Jimmy Butler was declaring that it's time. And what did I tell you guys during the All-Star break? This second half of the season, you guys, you're going to see a completely different Jimmy Butler. I know it, because we know from October to January, dude's on cruise control mode. You know, he burns himself out in the playoffs, he gives it his all, and he rests the first half of the season because he normally wants the other guys to step up and do their thing, and we've seen it. You've seen Duncan Robinson evolve, you've seen Jaime Jaquez Jr. evolve this season. That's what he likes to do. But then the second half of the season, he likes to take control, especially in the playoff time. I know not everybody loves that as a Miami Heat fan. I know Heat fans get frustrated in November and December, but I'm telling y'all, the way you're going to feel in April and May is going to more than make up for that. So it is what it is. Let's just accept the fact that Jimmy is who he is and know that come this time of the year, it's Himmy mode. And that's a fact. Now, like I mentioned, a few players are going to be missing tonight's game for the suspension, but we also have a few other players missing out. Now, it sucks that we don't have Jimmy Butler tonight. San Antonio Kings, last time we played them, we did beat them. They don't have any injuries going into tonight's game, so it's going to be pretty difficult to defeat them. With Jimmy out, Jimmy's our leader, especially since it's Himmy time mode. We want him to activate that. We won't see Jimmy until the next game in Portland. So tonight, all hands on deck, and also because we don't have a point guard playing. Both Tyler Herro, Terry Rozier, and, Josh Richardson are all out for tonight's game. Those are our three prime ball-dominant primary offensive players. Those are three guys that basically play the point guard position. All of them are out due to injury. We know that Josh Richardson is out with the shoulder strain. We know that Terry Rozier is out with the knee injury. Tyler Herro got injured as well the last game against the New Orleans Pelicans, so he's not going to be playing tonight. So look for a different Heat lineup. I think it's time for DeLon Wright to play. I think that'd be great to see him get some minutes. He probably have no choice because there's nobody else to play the point guard position. Look for Caleb Martin to start tonight. My opinion, if you want a starting lineup, you're going to have, and it's going to be interesting, y'all, because these are going to be one of the games that you're going to watch. It's a 10 o'clock game, so it's super late. You want to watch this game and just see what does Spoelstra do. You know, these are the type of games where Eric Spoelstra is a master at coaching. And a lot of people are going to look at a game like this and going to think, well, the Heat are going to lose. No Jimmy, no Tyler, no Rozier, no J. Rich. But these are the games that the Heat win. They usually come off with the dub. You know, you got Bam Adebayo, you got Jaime Jaquez, you got Duncan Robinson, you got Caleb Martin. And there's going to be a player that's going to surprise the hell out of you tonight. I just know it. I just have a feeling like Jamal Cain may break out for 18 points tonight. Like, we have those players. We got those dogs. So I'm really looking forward to see who Spo starts tonight. I think you may see Bam Adebayo starting. You may see Jaime Jaquez, Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin. Man, it is so limited, you guys. I mean, if I had to throw another name, you might see DeLon Wright start tonight. Who knows? He's the only guy that can play the point. Maybe Caleb Martin plays the point. You might see Kevin Love start. Spo may keep this tight. Give some guys an opportunity. I don't know if Cole Swider is called up. Give Orlando Robinson a shot. See who impresses tonight. All hands on deck tonight. You got to get this dub. Now, the next topic that I want to get to, and I'll tell you guys this, I really believe that the Heat can get the victory tonight against San Antonio. It's going to be hard as hell. San Antonio's a tough team. Sacramento. It's going to be hard as hell against Sacramento. They're going to be a tough team, but I know the Heat can do it. You give me Bam Adebayo, Duncan Robinson, and Jaime Jaquez, I know they can do it. We're not going to be able to do it if Jaime Jaquez goes out there and plays the way he's been playing. This is a perfect opportunity for Jaime Jaquez to step up and take the reins tonight. But a player that I want to talk about, and I'm sure the reason why you guys have clicked this video in the thumbnail, is Tyler Herro. Being that Tyler Herro's gotten injured again, and this is the same recurring situation year by year, I want to ask you Heat fans, because we've talked about Tyler Herro all offseason, but now that we're at the second half of the season, and homeboy's gotten injured again, I want to ask you guys, is it time for the Miami Heat to consider moving on from Tyler Herro this offseason? Now, the good news is Tyler Herro avoided a major injury scare. And for those of you that saw the game against the Pelicans, oh my God, the way he injured his knee, he took this huge step, and when he took it, his knee bent it in. And you guys have seen hyperextensions in the NBA. The way that the knee bends on the inside, it's a horrible injury. It's depending on the grade. He can be out anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks. Maybe back sooner. I know he's traveling with the team. It may have not really been a big deal. I know he had an MRI and there's no structural damage. So we just need to wait for him to come back. But it's something that we need to bring we need to talk about, because it becomes the same thing with this guy. 2022, he got injured in the playoffs. Last year, he got injured in the playoffs, breaking his hand. You can't knock on that because it was a hustle play. But usually in the season, Tyler Herro plays. This season, he's missed a lot of games. Right now we've played 56 games. Tyler's only played 36. He's missed 26 games. He's missed 20 games. Now, he's been very productive in the 36 games he's played. He's averaging 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, almost a steal a game, 43% for the field, 39% from the three-point line, averaging about 33.5 minutes. Solid numbers all around. But the games that Tyler Herro play with us, we've talked about this before. I feel that Tyler Herro is kind of out of position with this team. It's not that I feel that Tyler Herro is a bad player. And before I move further, and I know that there's people that are just going to bash me on the comments and say, oh my God, you're hating on Tyler Herro. I'm not. I rocked the dude's shirt today. I got multiple jerseys. I've been in love with Tyler Herro since we drafted him. I know that's gonna come out wrong. Don't do that. But you guys know what I mean. I've been a supporter of Tyler Herro ever since he's been on the team. I think that Tyler Herro is an amazing player. However, I feel that people are still in love with 2020 Tyler. The Tyler that was one of the most popular players in the NBA bubble. Ever since the NBA bubble, I don't think we've had that same dog-like personality with Tyler Herro. Now, if you guys watched the episode that I had with Ethan Spolnick in the Miami Heat Roundtable, he did mention and confirm something that I've been thinking about a long time, and I've said it here. Ever since the 2020 bubble season, you haven't seen the same relationship with Jimmy Butler and Tyler Herro. In the 2021 season and then on, it was weird between them. Not that there's beef, but they didn't have the same closeness that they had in the 2020 season. For you guys that remember, when Jimmy Butler was drafted to the Heat, he called Tyler Herro to join him in his training in Chicago. Jimmy Butler took Tyler Herro under his wing. They were doing videos together. You saw the stuff during the bubble that the NBA would post where he would talk about Tyler's brothers. He always puts Tyler over in interviews. That stopped after the 2020 season. I always thought there was a little bit of friction, but I never really heard anything. Then Ethan Spolnick reported here on the roundtable that there was friction between Jimmy and Tyler. Not between them personally, but between their camps. And it created a rift. And ever since then, you haven't seen the same relationship. Now look, I understand. This is just the NBA. This is all speculation talking. And at the end of the day, it's a business. People don't need to be best friends. They just need to work together and make it work. Ethan also said that Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo are not best friends either. They don't hang out, but they have a great relationship. You see it on the court. I don't really see it between Jimmy and Tyler. Now, I'm not saying Tyler has to go, but what I'm saying is Tyler is the guy that the Miami Heat should consider shipping out, because you have multiple players that could cover his position. First and foremost, the guy that always steps up for Duncan whenever he's out, the guy that steps up for Tyler whenever he's out is Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson, to me, is the perfect starting shooting guard next to Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo on this roster. You've seen it before, like in the bubble and other times, especially this season. When Duncan Robinson is out there with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, the offense flows better because they don't have to go through isolation with Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro doesn't have to change his game and be uncomfortable with those guys. It works a lot more. Jimmy and Bam get to create on their own, and Duncan doesn't need the ball. He's a shooter, so he just gets to his spots. You can space the floor and make it easier. When Tyler's out there with Jimmy and Bam, Tyler plays great with Bam. A lot of pick and roll, but that's how Tyler plays. Jimmy normally has to stand on the corner. They can't create together for the three of them. Now, I'm not knocking, I know we call them our big three. I know that people have thrown many stats when they've been together, how we haven't had a winning record, and when Tyler Herro comes off the bench, we have a better record. I've mentioned all that. We know that. We all know. In this channel, Miami Heat Talk, I've said it before and I will always say it. Tyler Herro's best optimal position on this roster is the sixth man. Because if you start Duncan Robinson with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo and Terry Rozier, and I don't know who the hell we start as power forward, let's say Nikola Jovic, let's say Caleb Martin, it doesn't matter. That's the more optimal lineup because Terry Rozier gets to play his natural position. Duncan gets to pace the floor in shooting. Jimmy and Bam get to play their natural position. And Tyler Herro becomes the Manu Ginobili. I understand that he's 24, but Manu Ginobili became a six-man way before he declined. It's just that Tyler is on a different level. It's a new day. It's 2024. People are all about individual accolades. I'm not knocking it. I'm not hating it. It's just reality. Tyler's all about making all-star games, making all-NBA appearances. He can't do that now. And I've said this before. I've given Tyler Herro credit because he has recently changed his game to help the team. But he's not comfortable. Tyler Herro, in my opinion, you guys, would ball in a team like Orlando, in a team like San Antonio, in a team like Detroit, where he can be the number one focal point option. He can be a LaMelo Ball, basically. He can be a Trae Young. So in this offseason, if the Miami Heat can ship out Tyler Herro to another team that comes up to mind, Utah would be the perfect scenario for Tyler Herro. He gets to play with Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge gets to build around him. And if we can convince Utah to trade us Lauri Markkanen in a package for Tyler Herro, I would be all for that. But in my opinion, that's what the Miami Heat needs to look into this offseason. If you're able to package Tyler Herro's $27 million contract at his sweet age of 24, which gives a lot of value for a team taking him, if you can get the optimal starting power forward next to Bam Adebayo, we get it. Eric Spoelstra's not going to change Bam from the 5. Bam's going to be the starting center. But if you can get me a center that's 6'10" to 7 feet tall, that can space the floor, hit the three-point shot, and be a player like Lauri Markkanen, for the love of God, I would accept that in a heartbeat. But the real question is, would the Miami Heat do something like that? Because I feel that if you trade Tyler Herro and get the perfect power forward, which we so desperately need, at the starting shooting guard position, you have Duncan Robinson, you have Jaime Jaquez, and if you re-sign Caleb Martin, you can throw him in too. You have options. That's what I'm suggesting. I love Tyler Herro. I support Tyler Herro. I think Eric Spoelstra can make it work. But with the fact that he's been injured almost every single year for the last 3 years, maybe it's time to understand and accept the fact that the Tyler Herro experiment has not worked. Because in the last 5 seasons, with Jimmy, Tyler, and Bam, we have not had a fully healthy season. And we have proved that we can win without Tyler Herro. So if you're able to trade Tyler Herro and get the optimal starting power forward next to Bam, that can give us an even real bigger shot next season. But it's all speculation. I want this to get fixed because where are we right now? We're in 2024. It's time to win now. We need Tyler Herro to make an NBA Finals run. I hope we get a big run. I hope we're able to make the finals. Hell, I want to win a championship this year. If we do win a championship, we stop all these trade talks. But if it becomes available, if you can get an optimal big man, why wouldn't you even consider it, even if you win a championship? So I want to hear from you guys. And again, guys, please don't take this as hate. I love Tyler Herro. I'm not saying we have to trade him. I'm just saying that all the facts have been put in these last 3 seasons with this kid. We know we fell in love with him in the 2020 bubble, but since then, I don't feel we've seen the same dog. We know that Jimmy Butler and Tyler Herro's relationship has been tarnished during this time. We know that he's not fully worked with Jimmy and Bam in the starting lineup these last 2 years. So the question needs to be asked: if you have an opportunity to get an optimal starting power forward next to Bam by trading Tyler Herro this offseason, would you do it? Let me know in the comments what you think, you guys. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for the love, guys. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said.